Next up on the Cosmic News Network, First Contact with Joshua Pert.
Good morning, Earthlings. Good. How you doing today?
Good.
How you doing today? Welcome to First Contact Radio. Welcome to First Contact Radio. To talk about all these things we're talking about is because in life, everything is energy. Every single thing that's out there.
Yo, it's First Contact with Joshua Poet. He's the man on the mic, just in case you didn't know it. Covering news from all around the globe, from the weather and space to UFOs. He'll talk politics and make you open your eyes. Conspiracy theories and government lies. They'll dig it all up and try to find the proof. Cause it's time to demand the truth. It's time.
First Contact Radio. We have
time to demand the truth. It's time.
First Contact Radio. We have
arrived. To demand the truth. It's time.
First Contact Radio.
It's time to demand the truth.
Radio. We have arrived. First Contact Radio.
It's time to demand the truth.
Good morning, Earthlings. How you doing today? Welcome back to First Contact Radio. I hope you had a good weekend. We have a new moon to start off the week, so that's a good thing. So our subconscious mind is getting a refresh or reboot. We're going into the new sign. Well, it's a new moon, and the moon sign today is making a transition from Leo to Virgo. So if we look to the right hand side to see what time that transition completed itself, we could see it happened at 4:33 a.m. So we are in the midst of this as we speak. So we have a new moon. We have a new moon in Virgo. Virgo is the hermit. Virgo holds the lantern high. So our subconscious mind is in a place where it wants to help others. The idea of shining the light for others is to be able to help them, to be able to see where they're going. So that is the idea of why one would hold a lantern up. So the idea of helping is implied with Virgo. Okay, it's one of the things we're looking at. Now our conscious mind is also Virgo. So we have double Virgo, double Earth. Earth is dealing with the physical world, the practical world, the physical body, things that are of the earth. And we see all kinds of aspects that are taking place today. A good portion of them are already happening this morning. We had Mercury and Saturn here are nice, good position that are working themselves out. Just crossed that position at 7:29 a.m. What we have is a sextile, good positive energy between our communication and the discipline, disciplining ourselves, what we want to say, figuring out, learning what we want to say. In this regard, we're going to be moving into a couple of conjunctions, which means that the signs are right next to each other. That would be the sun and the moon in about an hour from now. And a couple hours from now in the afternoon, Mars and Saturn are going to be in proximity with each other. And just think in terms of when two things are next to each other, how they operate. Think of if you think of all the planets as a person, and when you're standing next to somebody, how do you act when you're standing next to somebody? There's different ways that you behave and act, and depending on who that person is, changes how you behave or react. Same things with the planets and the stars. When they're next to each other, they behave a certain way. When they're far apart from each other, they behave a certain way. And they've been working with each other for such a long period of time that we can look at the patterns over history and say, okay, when they get this close, this is how they behave. When they get this far, this is how they behave. And then later on this evening, we have an opposition going on between the moon sign Virgo and Neptune, in which we are challenged to take a new perspective on things. So these are opposite. Maybe a new perspective on how we can help others is what we're looking for. Okay, remember, with Virgo, the hermit, it's about helping others. It's not just about dealing with ourselves. It deals with the physical, but it deals with our physical world and wanting to help others along. The numerology for today is a number 4, Number 4, here's how we have arrived at the number 4. 8 plus 25 plus 2014 altogether adds up to 22. 2 and 2 is 4. So today would be 4. 4 is the number of order, organization. Says 4s are disciplined, strong, stable. On the other hand, they could be unstable, undisciplined, weak. 4s are the tarot card of the Emperor right here. Learns things. The Emperor learns and then applies that wisdom, puts things in order. The Emperor learns to go to the heart, because with so much wisdom, we have to go to the heart to make the heart the place that's using it first and foremost, because then it will be from love, from a good space. Let's see, we've got double Virgo now today, and the number 4. So let's take a look. What are we going to look at? Let's look at the Emperor. We haven't looked at that one in a little bit. This is our number 4 for today. So, the Emperor. He who sets in order. You have the superconsciousness of the Fool. Imprints an idea into the world. The subconscious, or the conscious mind. Mercury, the Magician, takes and kind of focuses and gets that idea ready and imprints it in the field of the unconscious. The High Priestess. The High Priestess then takes that, processes it, and it is birthed through our imagination as the Empress. And then the Emperor checks to make sure everything is okay with that which was just created, and then either sends it back or keeps it moving on. Puts everything in order. Reason is associated with this card. So the fundamental meaning of this key is reason. It's called the Emperor, and the Emperor is the one who oversees and controls. This is the basic function of reason. For by it we supervise and control our daily activities. The things I was just saying. The Emperor is overseeing all of those activities. Vision is also attributed to this card and has a close connection with the faculty of reason, when we consider reason as insight or mental vision. Physical sight is also meant here, and the orange background is symbolic of the sun, source of the light by means with which we are able to see. The mountain represents the fiery activity of Mars and Aries, which are attributes of this key. Aries is also symbolized by the ram's head and the shoulder and the throne, and Mars by the steel armor with which the Emperor is clad. The 12 points that ornament the helmet are also astrological. The globe is a conventional symbol of dominion. The globe and the cross, like the circle and the tau of the scepter, symbolize the masculine and feminine potencies of this radiant mental energy of life force. The purple flaps over the armor hint at rulership. Purple is the color of royalty. The Hebrew letter He means window. Number 4. And in the name of God, Yod He Vad He, this is one of the 4 names. Matter of fact, this name expresses itself twice. Yod He and Vad He. So, 2 times. Very important. Okay, that is the Emperor. Let's move on from there to the moon phase for today, which is a new moon. New moons are always good opportunities to start fresh with that subconscious, what the plan is underneath. Alright, our sky today, Monday the 25th, it says, before the moonlight comes back into the evening sky, take the opportunity to explore the dim nebula and the somewhat brighter star clusters around Deneb in North America's nebula in Cygnus, now nearly overhead. They're not easy. Use Sioux French maps. And here's some links here. Okay. The Mayan Oracle, we're at the end of a wave spell, 13-tone day. 13s are the jumping tones, so we're getting ready to start a new cycle here as well. So we're ending up a theme of the hand of accomplishment. Today we're going to take that accomplishment, we're going to express it out into the world as the storm. We've gathered our energy, and now we put that energy out into the world. We have the storm, guided by the night, dreams, abundance. I endure in order to catalyze transcending energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of abundance. Today's a Galactic Activation Portal Day. Right here, we're 2 columns over, 2 rows up. So there's where the areas meet. Solar wind, 255.9 kilometers per second. Planetary K-index is quiet. Coronal holes, nothing really significant pointing our way. M-class flare possibility is up to a 55%. X-class is 10. And geomagnetic storm activity is somewhat agitated as well. 35% in the minor, or active in the mid-latitudes. Higher latitudes, 20%. But that looks like it may be going up because we do have this minor storm warning. Seemingly headed for Earth, relatively slow-moving storm cloud left the sun on the 22nd. Will take 4 days to cross to Earth. So somewhere over the 26th, 27th, we're going to be feeling the effect from that. So anytime now. And last, let's look at a Jewish calendar. 29 Av. 29 Av is the day for today. The daily thought is called fluid movement. We are all connected like a single fluid mass, and this is why we're able to help each other change. One of us begins moving forward, all those around him are pulled along. But if you yourself are standing still, how can you expect to push someone else ahead? If you need to help someone else overcome his fault, first find that flaw within you, move forward in that area, and then you can pull along the other guy. Okay, good message. Again, you know, when it talks about finding the fault within yourself, I think it just shows that we all have the opportunity to overcome whatever problems we have, whatever challenges we have in life. And then once we overcome that, we have the ability then to help others do so. And we see great examples of that all the time where we help each other. And this Virgo time that we're in is certainly all about helping others. Alright, there you go. That gets us started. UFO news is up next. Let's get to it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. I'm out of here.
This is the UFO News with Joshua Poet.
Alright, Dirk. Thank you very much. First sighting takes us to North Carolina. This is from the television news. Ocean Isle, Wilmington, North Carolina. 17 minutes was the total length of the sighting. It says, what was in the sky over Ocean Isle Beach this weekend? Oh, I thought that's a strange light. Maybe it's a helicopter. And I was watching them go, and they sort of did a half circle, said Woozy Dell, who was vacationing for the week out in Ocean Isle Beach. And then I saw another one come, and I thought, this is bizarre. And it got a little interesting. What she says she saw were a series of dots in the sky. They appeared to be glowing orbs, changing in color, multiplying in number. I saw 2, then I started seeing 3, and then I started seeing 4, and then I started counting them because I thought, my gosh, what is this? What I saw was an orangish red. It went back into white. She saw it late Saturday. Lasted 17 minutes. It's in the sky, then went away, and then it was lights. Got an email from someone back in Wilmington seeming that strange lights in Wrightfield Beach too. Alright, so here's story. I made the news story here. Alright. So there you go. Links available so you can check it out. Moving on. Here is our angel or bird looking UFO. We've seen this plenty of times up by the sun. There it is again. Video was made by Moonhausen74 of YouTube. It has been following him for years, and he only posts real UFO scenes. I've been following him for years, and he only posts real UFOs seen in SOHO NASA photos. I checked it out, and yes, the Angelic ship is there. This is not the first time it has been seen. It's been there every few months. Okay. You need to know and remember that objects, anomalies near the sun are not recording errors, are not noisy equipment, and are not coronal mass ejections from the sun or solar wind. This is a real giant unidentified objects which have correct geometrical shape and different sizes. So our sun has lots of activity all around it all the time. Okay, very fascinating indeed, as it always is. Alright, let's move from the sun over to Melbourne, Australia. New compilation of multiple UFO sightings caught on tape over Melbourne. Recorded with a P80 79 HP and Varro night vision tube. Okay, 3 minutes 38 seconds of all kind of sightings here. Look at this one. That's a pretty good size one right there. Wow, look in comparison to some of these, how huge this one is. Wow. Alright. Moving on from Australia. Here's a report UFO sighting number 168. Here's several sightings here. Westlake, Sydney, Australia. For the last week, many hundreds of orbs high in the sky, flying stationary, turning, going in circles, forming rods, shadowing planes, etc. Okay, this was the first one. Here we have over Otter Lake, Quebec. On the 23rd, I saw a weird flashing light in the sky. When I studied it for a while longer, I noticed that it was flashing 3 different colors. Up in Sacramento on the 21st, a bright yellow orb flying overhead straight over her and her husband and her roommate. Here we have over the 18th, southwest of Gaston, Oregon. Noticed on a regular basis for the past 3 weeks a regular, very bright strobe in the sky. Strange things, it moves across the sky and flashes irregularly like a jet airliner. Cars, Ontario, Canada, the 18th, 5 slow-moving objects, no specific formation. So bunches of them all around. The link's available so you can check it out. Here we have a sighting from a grandfather and grandchildren. I was on the beach at low tide in Gig Harbor, Washington. Forest Beach Drive on Monday, August 11th, around noon with my children and grandchildren. I was photographing everyone catching crabs and starfish and looking at shells on the beach. I decided to take a picture of the horizon and the lovely scenery. I did not see anything unusual with my eyes, nor did I see anything but the scenery through the camera lens. No one with me noticed anything unusual in the sky. However, when I downloaded the photographs later that day, I saw the round yellow object in 4 sequential shots in different position in each one. I'm not saying it was a UFO, but everyone who has seen the photographs says it has to be. The object was too far from land and either side of the bay to have been a frisbee or remote control plane. Very interesting. Alright, and last, let's move from there over to Cornwall, UK. This was an object of something being transported. Now, it's all kind of interesting equipment that they have. There certainly is something that has people asking and wondering if this is a UFO object. What is it? Very interesting. There you have it. UFO news. That's it for today. I'll be right back, and we're going to continue on with our study of Kaballah. Here we go. Let's jump to the song, Great Spirit.
Come into our circle, Great Spirit. Fill our souls with peace.
Great Spirits. Continuing on today with our study of the Tree of Life. Tree of Life, there it is right there. Tree of Life, it's what we hear, the symbol that we hear of in the Garden of Eden. Tree of Life, and it's a symbol that goes back long time. The wisdom of the Tree of Life is called Kaballah. And it's the science of the many universes. Now, we know that there's many universes, more than one universe. So that's why there's plural, many universes, because we are just one of many. And as the science of many universes, this is science that represents the laws of nature, the laws of life itself, that operate not only here, but all around. So as we get to understand and we learn the principles that are inherent within the Kabbalah, we learn to be more effective in life. So a lot of what we do in looking at the Tree of Life and studying is repetition, because repetition helps us to really learn things better and better. So the first symbol, and the symbol that we always see here, is this symbol, 3 pillars. One pillar is the pillar of equilibrium. That's the one in the middle. That's the pillar that is the balance between the pillar on the right and the pillar on the left. This is a pillar that is a masculine pillar. It's a masculine pillar because at the top of the pillar, if you just look at the very first one, it is a masculine principle here. Whereas on this side here, it starts off with the female principle. So it's the female principle, but with masculine qualities. And here is the masculine principle with female qualities. And together it's all balanced out through the center equilibrium. So the objective is at all times to know where we're at, find out where we're at on the tree, and once we find out, find a way to get back to the middle. We have 10 classrooms. We have 22 paths between them. Altogether, the classrooms and the path equal 32, which are the 32 paths upon the tree of life. Now, we're going to go ahead and let's look at pattern on the Trestleboard. Again, because this summarizes these 10 points, the 10 Sephirah, plus the energy coming into it, the no thing. So all the power that ever was or will be is here now. Okay, that's letting us know that everything all around exists. Now, from this existence, from this outside existence here, where everything is in the black area here, light suddenly springs forth and presents itself through the crown. I am a center of expression for the primal will of good which eternally creates and sustains the universe. Next, through me its unfailing wisdom takes form in thought and word. Filled with understanding of its perfect law, I am guided moment by moment along the path of liberation. Okay, these three form the basis of the Trinity. That full unity of things, what we learn and what we understand, and all together we have the Mother, the Father. And then from there, energy expands outward to the fourth, where we realize in this sphere here of Jupiter, the number 4, things expand from the exhaustless riches of the limitless substance of life. I draw all things needful, both spiritual and material. 5, I recognize the manifestation of the undeviating justice in all the circumstances of my life. 6, in all things great and small, I see the beauty of divine expression. 7, living from that will, supported by its unfailing wisdom and understanding, mine is the victorious life. 8, I look forward with confidence to the perfect realization of the eternal splendor of the limitless light. 9, thought and word and deed, I rest my life upon the sure foundation of eternal being. And 10, the kingdom of spirit is embodied in my flesh. If you just take these 11 points and you just meditate on these, and just this alone, you'll learn a great deal. Because through each one of these, and you apply these principles to each one of these Sephirah, you'll help to understand more and more. Okay? Because that's what we're learning. How to understand this symbol more and more. And there's so many levels to it. It's a never-ending process of learning, which is awesome. So I've brought up here, let's see, just kind of a look at what we've been doing. This is our 5th week that we've been looking at the Tree of Life, Kabbalah. We've kind of bounced around, but we're going to stabilize ourselves as we go now. Last week we took a look at Sefer Yetzirah, chapter 4. Today we're going to move on to the next one, chapter 5. And then the Mystical Kaballah, we're going to move on into chapter 9 today. Alright, so let's do that. Sefer Yetzirah, chapter 5. 12 simple letters. He, Va, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Lamed, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Zadi, Kof. Their foundation is speech, thought, movement, sight, hearing, work, sexual intercourse, smell, sleep, wrath, taste, laughter. 12 simple letters: He, Va, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Lamed, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Zadi, Qaf. Their foundation is the 12 borders of a diagonal: east above border, east north border, east below border, south above border, southeast border, south below border, west above border, west south border, west below border, north above border, northwest border, north below border, and they continually become wider forever and ever, and they are the arms of the universe. 12 simple letters: He, Va, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Lamed, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Zadi, Qaf. He engraved their foundation, he hewed them out, he combined them, he weighed them, and he set them at opposites. And he formed through them 12 constellations in the universe, 12 months in the year, 12 organs of the body of male and female. The 12 constellations of the universe are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. The 12 months of the year are Nisan, Lyre, Sivan, Tammuz, Av, Alil, Tishi, Shezvan, Teslev, Tevat, Shavat, and Adar. The 12 organs in the body of male and female are 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 kidneys, gall, small intestines, liver, maw, stomach, spleen. He caused the letter He to reign over speech, and he tied a crown to it and combined with the others. He formed through them Aries of the universe and Nisan in the year, and the right foot of the body of the male and female. He caused the letter Va to reign over thought, and he tied a crown to it, and he combined them with another, and he formed through them Taurus in the universe, Lyre in the year, and the right kidney, the body of the male and the female. He caused the letter Zayin to reign over movement, and he tied a crown to it, and he combined them with another, and he formed through them Gemini in the universe, and Sivan in the year, and the left foot in the body of the male and the female. He caused the letter Chet to reign over sight, and he tied a crown to it, and he combined them with another, and he formed through them Cancer in the universe, and Tammuz in the year, and the right hand in the body in the male and the female. He caused the letter Tet to reign over hearing, and he tied a crown to it, and he combined them with one another. He formed through them Leo in the universe, Av in the year, left kidney in the body in male and female. He caused the letter Yod to reign over work, and he tied a crown to it, and he embodied them with one another. He formed through them Virgo in the universe, and Olul in the year, and the left hand and the body of the male and the female. He caused the Lamed to reign over the sexual intercourse. He tied a crown to it, and he combined with them with one another. He formed through them Libra in the universe, and Tishri in the year, and Gal in the body of the male and the female. And he caused Nun to reign over smell, and he tied a crown to it. He combined them with one another, and he formed through them Scorpio in the universe, Chesivan in the year, and a small intestine in the body of the male and the female. He caused the letter Samek to reign over the sleep, and he tied a crown to it, and combined with them one another. He formed them through Sagittarius in the universe, and Keslev in the year, and the stomach in the body of the male and the female. He caused the letter Ayin to reign over wrath, and he tied a crown to it, and he combined them with one another, and he formed through them the Capricorn of the universe, and Tevet in the year, and liver in the body of the male and the female. He caused the letter Zadi to reign over taste, and he tied a crown to it, and combined with them with one another, and he formed through them Aquarius in the universe, Shavai in the year, and in the maw in the body of the male and the female. And he caused the letter Qaf to reign over laughter. He tied a crown to it, and he combined them with one another. He formed them through Pisces of the universe, and Adar in the year, and the spleen in the body of the male and the female. He made them like a kind of sunset. He put them in order, a kind of wall, and he set them in order like a kind of battle. Okay, so there you go. That's chapter 5, all about simple letters. Leave that for you, and let's move over to the mystical Kabbalah. Today we're going to look at chapter 9, 10 Sephirah in the 4 worlds. Okay, so let's check this out here. Okay, here we go. It says we have already noted the division of the Sephirah into the 4 worlds of the Kabbalists. So let's take a backtrack here. Okay, we've got this world here, the tree of life, fire, water, air, and earth. Remember that. Fire, water, air, and earth. So through this tree here, as we're looking at it, there's this fire, the water, the air, and the earth. It plays itself over and over and over again. Remember how we said each one of these classrooms here, because they're number 1 through 10 in the tarot, they represent the cards 1 through 10. Well, each one of those cards has a fire, water, air, earth. So in one way you can think of it as 4 floors of this building. A floor of fire, ideas, a floor of water, emotions, air, actions or words, and earth, form. Okay, so we've already noted the division of the Sephirah into 4 worlds of the Kabbalists. For this is one of the methods of classification much employed in Kabbalistic thought, and of great value when studying evolution. We must remember, however, that the tree is not an arbitrary method of classification, and because a thing is classified under one head in one system, it does not mean it cannot be equally properly be classified under another head in another system. The reappearance of the same symbol in a different sphere often affords valuable clues. Under another method of classification, the 10 holy Sephirah are considered as appearing in each Kabbalistic world upon one another arc or level of manifestation, so that just as the Ein Sof Or, the limitless light of the unmanifested, concentrated a point which with Kether and emanations work down through the increasing grades of density to Malkuth, so the Malkuth of Atzilah is conceived of as giving rise to the Kether of Bria, and so on consequently down to the Malkuth of Bria giving rise to the Kether of Yetzirah, and the Malkuth of Yetzirah giving rise to the Kether of Asaya, and the Malkuth of Asaya in its lowest aspect abutting upon Klilath. It is Atzilah, however, which is considered the natural Sephirah, the Sephirah as such. For this reason it is called the world of emanations. It is here only that God acts directly and not through his ministers. In Bria he acts through the mediation of the archangels, and Yetzirah through the angelic order, and Asaya through those centers which I have named the mundane chakras, the planets, elements, and the signs of the zodiac. So these 4 different worlds. Okay, we're looking at 4 different worlds here, right? So we want to make sure we understand what these 4 worlds are. And right here it says, let me find the exact line here. It says that the light, so what you've got here is you got the Ein Sof Or, the light, the limitless light. It focuses itself through Kether, the crown, right here. Kether, the crown. The light focuses through here. Okay, but this is just one of the 4 worlds. And now as it goes through here, it moves down here. Remember, it has that lightning flash. It moves down through here. And as it progresses down here, each one gets a little bit more power. So the one that follows is coming from the one before it with some of those qualities, but additional qualities of the new thing that is being created. Now, as it gets to that point, this is where the different worlds come in. It talks about the Malkuth of Atzilah. So the first world is Atzilah. So what it's talking about says that energy comes down from Kether, and the emanations work down to the increasing grades of density to Malkuth. So the Malkuth of Atzilah is giving rise to the Kether of Bria. So the first world is Atzillah. All of these are part of the world of Atzillah. You get down to the last of these, and you think of like a doorway. The doorway from here, at the end of the first world of Atzillah, leads on one hand to the beginning of the second world, Bria, in which it goes through the same 10 Sephirah. And then it's going to go all the way through the same 10 Sephirah, and it's going to get to the end of that realm, and it's going to go to the next realm, and so on. So we'll go to the Kether of Bria, and then from there, the Malkuth of Bria gives rise to the Kether of Yetzirah, and the Malkuth of Yetzirah to the Kether of Asaya. Okay? So at the end of each one of these, just imagine we get to the end, and we're going to go into one of the other realms or worlds through going through the bottom Sephirah. So there's many different ways you can go, many different ways in which you can work, but you understand the 4 worlds: Atzillah, Bria, Yetzirah, Asaya, fire, water, air, and earth. Okay, let me continue on. It says, we have then, in the 4 sets of symbols, a complete system of notation for expressing the mode of function of any given power at any given level. And in this system of notation is the basis of ceremonial magic, with its names of power, and it's also its talismanic magic of the tarot system of divination. Is for this reason that it is said of the barbarous names of evocation that not so much as a letter may be changed, for these names are formula based upon the Hebrew alphabet, which is the sacred language of the West, and Sanskrit, and the sacred language of the East. In Hebrew, moreover, each letter is also numbers, so the numbers and names are numerical formula, a most intricate system of metaphorical mathematics called gematria. It is based upon this principle. There are aspects of gematria which I, at the present stage of my knowledge, at any rate, consider debased and idle, being the accretions of superstition, but the basic idea of the system of cosmic mathematics unquestionably enshrines great truths and great possibilities. Using this system, it is possible to unravel the relationships of all matter, of cosmic factors, if the correct Hebrew spelling of the names of power is known. And these names were formulated in accordance with the principles of gematria, and therefore gematria supplies the key to them. But this aspect of our subject, fascinating as it comes, we cannot enter upon now. In the archetypal world of Atzillah, which is the first of these 4 worlds, there is assigned to the 10 Sephirah forms of the divine name. Anyone who has read the Bible cannot fail to have observed that God is referred to under the divine titles as the Lord God, as the Father, and by several other appellations. Now, these are not literally devices to avoid needless repetition, but are exact metaphysical terms, and according to the name used, we know the aspect of the divine force in question and the plane on which it is functioning. In the world of Bria, which is the second world, it is held that the mighty archangels carry out the mandates of God and give them expression, and assigned to the Sephirotic Sephiras in the tree of the worlds are the names of the 10 mighty spirits. In the third world, Yetzirah, is the choir of angels, innumerable in their concourse, who carry out the divine commands, and also are assigned to the Sephirotic spheres, thus enabling us to know their mode and level of function. And finally, in Asaya, as we have already noted, certain natural centers of force are given similar correspondences. We will consider all of these associations when we come to study the Sephirah in detail. So we've got the first world is Atzillah, and there you have the different names and aspects of deity, of God. And then you get to the next realm, Bria. We have the archangels over that realm, and then you go to the third one, which is Yetzirah, and there you have the choirs of angels. And then finally down into the fourth world, Asaya, and there we get to the natural world, those energies that we know of in the natural world, the elves, the fairies, the natural spirits, and so on and so forth. In the symbolic rendering of the 10 holy Sephirah in the 4 worlds, there is an important set of factors to be considered, And these are the 4 color scales classified by Crowley as the king scale assigned to the Angelic world, the queen scale assigned to the Briatic world, the emperor scale assigned to the Yetzirah world, and the empress scale assigned to the Asiatic world. This fourfold classification has a far-reaching significance in all Kabbalistic matters and also in Western magic, which is largely based upon the Kabbalah. It is said to be under the presidency of the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton, the sacred name popularly rendered as Jehovah. In Hebrew, which has no vowels in its alphabet, the world is spelled JHVH, or according to the Hebrew names of these letters, Yod-He or Vod-He. The vowels are indicated in the Hebrew by points inserted into the square letters of the script, which is written from right to left. These vowel points were only introduced as a comparatively recent date, and the older Hebrew scripts are unprinted so that the reader cannot see the pronunciation of any of the name for itself, but needs to have it communicated to him by someone who knows it. The true mystical pronunciation of the Tetragrammaton is said to be one of the arcana of the mysteries. Okay, there's more to this for you. I'm going to leave that so you can continue on. And the very last thing, one more thing for you to look at. I'm leaving the KYBALION up just so you could refresh yourself and remind yourself of the principles, the 7 Hermetic principles: mental transmutation, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, causation, gender, and mental or gender. Okay, those are the 7. So I'm going to leave this available so you can check that out. Use that as a point of reference. Read through the rest of the chapter on Kabbalah, from the mystical Kabbalah. If you have any questions, let me know. And we're just going to continue on. This is an article from In5D called Spiritual Leap of Faith. And that's certainly something that we're all needing to take in this thing called life as we learn all these things that we're learning. The theme of owning one's own power keeps coming to my healings, readings, and conversations as a response to encouraging people to stand in their own power. I am frequently met with the unbridled fear. Never have I had so many people in such crisis over the same issue. This is obviously a collective conscious blockage which needs to be purged. Imagine you are leisurely driving along the road of life, a meandering country lane. You're on your way towards Enlightenment Town, a Shangri-La of spiritual awareness, oneness, and divine love. Accompanying you on this trip are some great friends. These angelic guides are lovingly assisting you and all along your journey. Suddenly, without warning, the road comes to an abrupt end. You stomp on the brake pedal with both feet, and your car skids to the very edge of the precipice. Therefore, before you lies nothing but open air. No road, no land, just sky and clouds. Gingerly you exit your vehicle, creep towards the edge of the cliff. Your breath quickens as you peer ever so carefully over the sheer cliff face. The land below is so far away that the trees look like matchsticks. Your gaze shifts upwards, and you squint hard trying to see what lies ahead on the other side. Alas, it's too far away. You turn to your friends, and you bemoan the fact that there is no bridge. Your friends tell you that there is in fact a bridge there. You just can't see it. They explain that you must cross the chasm unaided, using faith as your only support. You can imagine anything more insane, so you argue with them, but to no avail. They are adamant that you can do it. Your friend's lack of assistance, coupled with the daunting and seemingly impossible task ahead, causes you to react with fear, and that fear turns into anger. Instead of taking the leap of faith, you plunk yourself onto the ground, cross your arms in defiance. You refuse to move forward without their help, and even consider turning back. You are at an impasse. At some point in everyone's spiritual reawakening process, you must make a leap of faith. This point in your journey back to oneness always appears with little or no warning. Although unspeakably frightening, the leap is unavoidable and very necessary. Not only is it mandatory, but is also achieved by you alone. No one can assist you, for to do so would be to defeat its purpose. It serves to help you own and stand in your spiritual power. Your ego is scared and is throwing back up roadblocks everywhere it can. It doesn't want you to take that leap of faith. It's telling you to go back where it's safe. Since the ego is connected to your left brain, it uses your intellect to rationalize away the need of this leap. Ego is very good at arguing its case, and it temporarily wins almost every argument with spirit. That's because your soul doesn't argue. It just states the truth quietly and then stands in that truth. The ego clamors to be heard. The soul whispers. The ego is clever. The soul authentic. The chasm you must cross is from the brain to the heart, and you must take the leap from the side to one side, which is the earthly ego brain male side, to the other spiritual soul heart female side. Once you fully cross into the heart, your ego will have the same control over you. Will never have the same control over you. The fear you're feeling is stemming from the ego's false belief. It is impending demise. Ego believes it is fighting for its life. What the ego doesn't know is that the soul will lovingly incorporate the ego into your whole being and will nurture and protect you in a way that the ego never could. In other words, this leap of faith will make your ego a very happy camper. That is, once you get across the other side. So you must make this crossing despite your ego's protests. Alright, I'm going to jump towards the end of the article here, because the ego is doing all the fighting. And it says, like Mama and Papa Bird, your angels and souls are telling you it's time to leave their nest. And it says, here's some ways you can shift. It says, draw a labyrinth in the sand and slowly walk it. Go earthing, walk barefoot in the dirt. Read slowly, spend time with people you love. Sit beneath or hug a tree, practice yoga, tai chi or qigong, paint, draw, write, compose, swim in an ocean or lake, play with children. Live childlike abandon, volunteer at a soup kitchen, go on a spiritual retreat, pet a dog, horse, cat, sing, hum, meditate, garden. So do whatever you can to still your mind. Once your ego is silenced, it's much easier to shift your awareness to your heart. From there, you can enter into the sacred space of your heart, along with the tiny space. Within that space dwells your soul, your connection to all that is. Every answer you could ever want is in your heart. Fly, baby. Fly free, baby bird. Okay, good article from Kim Hutchison. Alright, there you go. And that takes us to our message for today. Channeled message, and this comes to us from Hilarion. Here we go.
Hilarion.
August 24th through the 31st, 2014, by Marlene Swetleshoff.
Hilarion.
Beloved ones, time as you know it is in a state of flux, and many times each of you feel that time itself has stood still, which then quickly changes to the acceleration of it. You are arriving at a place where your body processes are being more intensely recalibrated so that your physical bodies can more comfortably transmute, renew, and regenerate in alignment with higher dimensional energies in order to further your ascension process. This will help you to absorb more light into your etheric energy field, and ultimately this will affect every cell to regenerate your entire human operating system. It is helpful to feel and state your intention at the start of each day to attune yourself to the essence of wholeness and youthful perfection while feeling and surrounding yourself with the violet flame. Spend as much time as you are able visualizing and surrounding your entire auric field with the violet flame. When you can see this in your mind's eye, hold this focus for as long as you are able. This will help tremendously with the clearing process if you daily practice. Take a moment to also visualize the earth surrounded by the beautiful violet ray before completing this exercise. In all things, speak your truth. The time is now past for shrinking your light in order to please others. Yes, speaking your truth may offend some who are used to pleasing others in order to meet with their approval, but it is important now to maintain your own integrity by being totally honest within yourself. When you are totally honest within yourself, there is no room for confusion or illusion, and you avoid the pitfalls of being sidetracked from your path of service to the light. To thy own self be true. One does not have to be rude in this discipline. Your words can be spoken with love and compassion for the other. Sometimes, the truth will come out with an angry burst of energy, and it is important to realize that the one speaking is under the influence of the transforming energy of Kundalini rising from their root chakra, and this energy is very powerful indeed. This is why we advise that each of you ground yourselves into the earth each day, as it will help to keep you balanced and in equilibrium. If there is excess energy that makes you feel tense and irritable, Being outdoors enjoying nature while walking or hiking will help to calm and balance the auric field. Attuning to the earth beneath your feet will bring stability in all areas of your life. When the energy levels within you are very high, expressing your creative side by taking action can help keep you attuned to the energies of peace and harmony. Open yourself up to writing, poetry, painting, channeling, creating music, singing and even humming. Allow your channels of creative energy in whatever forms they take to be expressed, and you will soon find yourselves in a much happier and more joyful space. When you are in a joyful space, the creative ideas flow into your awareness in an explosion of inspiration, expansion, and delightful synchronicities. Follow your inner guidance and promptings and make your life a wonderful adventure of discovery. The world is your oyster, find the precious pearl. Those who have been on the spiritual path for a long time will begin to feel a sense of renewal, peace, harmony, and joy. If you can keep your energy field from taking on the energies of others, this state of being can be maintained no matter what is happening around you. Keep an open heart and mind and stay focused on that which you wish to create and achieve. Have patience and faith that you are connected to the highest vibration that is safely possible for you during these times. Keep a loving attitude and enjoy the journey, for the universe will help you to manifest your dreams. Instead of relying on what others say, follow your own intuition and gut feelings, as this is the guidance coming through to you from your own soul. Whatever obstacle or challenge is in front of you, know that it will work out well for you. Begin to accept all of who you are, as you are, and you will see your life transformed in perfect and divine order. Avoid getting caught in outside appearances and distractions of life. Find the true substance, the true essence of what you desire, and accept that everything is in a state of divine order. Be clear about your own boundaries and where you end and another begins. Own your emotions and let others own theirs, for it is important to have a healthy sense of self-esteem. Be proud of all of your accomplishments and celebrate each small victory. Make conscious choices that create and maintain balance in your life, and which also creates conditions and possibilities that lead to the fulfillment of your best life yet. Until next week. I am Hilarion.
Great, another great message from Hilarion, which brings us to our meditation for today. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Take another deep breath. Exhale again. And another deep breath. And as you exhale, just contemplate the affirmation for today. Think less, feel more. Think less, feel more. And as you contemplate these ideas, you allow your body to feel. And you think about the message of Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars telling Luke to stretch out his feelings. And you realize the importance of feelings in the world. So you stretch out your feelings to feel. And as you feel, you notice a difference between when you think. And both of these processes, thoughts and feelings, allow you to get in touch with the universe. But both are different. So as we understand the difference, we're able to understand more of how we communicate with ourselves. So imagine all of our chakras are activated from the bottom of the spine up. Red, orange at the belly button, yellow just below the rib cage, green at the heart, blue at the throat, indigo at the third eye, violet at the crown chakra. And the light continues on, connecting with the other 5 chakras as it continues. Imagine this crown chakra, the violet colored light, flowing like a water fountain, just flowing, filling all of the other chakras with this light. Now just imagine all this violet colored light flowing through your being, cleansing all of your chakras with this spiritual fire, Imagine the love that flows through you, and just imagine sending this love out into the world. And let's just think a positive thought for everyone in the world today. And let that be enough. So as you go forth in the world on your journey, just think positive thoughts for the people that you meet. No matter who they are and what they're going through, just send them positive thoughts. So let our subconscious mind continue on the journey of positivity. Let's bring our conscious mind back to the present moment on the count of 3. 3, coming back to the present moment filled with confidence. 2, coming back to the present moment filled with faith. And 1, coming back to the present moment happy, healthy, and whole. Happy, healthy, and whole. Take another deep breath. Exhale. And open your eyes. That's it, my friends. That's our show for today. Thank you very much. The links are available, firstcontactradio.com, so you can check out the studies for today. Any questions you have in regards to the Kabbalistic studies, let me know. Any course or direction you want to see we need to go, just let me know. firstcontactradio@yahoo.com is the email address. firstcontactradio.com is a place you can go to check out all the stories and so on and so forth. That's it. Have an awesome day. I love you. Keep loving each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. I'm out of here.